EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check, check, Mike 54, Mike 50. I'll go special, I'll go special.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping... Big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you. You mine. You gonna take. You got there. You got take. Good job right there. Good job right there.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. You tighten up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Come this way. Here we go. I got you.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
65. 21. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go. 180! Here we go. Check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears. Tight dog.
Now Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. 180! You can't block me.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety. Watch twist. Stick, stick.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at him go. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that. And, oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. 6-0 our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Come on, D. Hey, gun. Check it out, read. Joker.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
57's the mic. Watch 57. I got you. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the edge. 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. He finds Hopkins complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
21. Check. Watch out. Check 26.
Play action. Garoppolo. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 78 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, Stuck.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here we go.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. This is Butler making the catch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 12 at the Cardinals' 49-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Line 90, 56, check 56. Watch the run, watch the run.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't think you got it, son. Kill, kill, kill. Lock, lock, lock.
Johnson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third and 5.
Here we go. What do you need? Watch the run, watch the run. Check 3, check 3.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I want that.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Screenplay, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
13.
Now Garoppolo. Johnson's got it complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Check. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, get in the weight room.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Listen. 56, Mike, 56. Now watch one. Turn it up.
Now Bell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down.
56. 56. We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball? Good job right there. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. Hey, I'm coming. Hey. White. Check 24. Watch 24.
Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch QB drop.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
Intended for number 26. Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
21. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 30.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good game.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end who can do that, that allows that toss play to get called often during a game.
Here we go. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
11.
They'll run it with Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man. Butler complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Complete to Hakeem Butler. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 20, 10. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Alert. Watch the screen. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Time to go, night. Mike 54.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Right here. 12, fellas, here we go.
Back to throw. That's complete to Butler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Check the backer.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, alert!
57 move. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Yeah.
Garoppolo to throw. He's got his man. It's Butler. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
11.
57 to Mike.
21.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Here we go.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
One, Omaha. I got you.
You got Ocean Man.
Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. This is caught by Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's see what you got. 57's the mic.
White.
Come on, dude.
Hey, orbit.
57.
One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.